There are so many incredible videos of Wendy Williams just having a complete fucking mental breakdown on stage. And people tune in each and every day.
They pulled her now. She's going to be replaced by Sherry Shepard, the woman who thinks that the world planet Earth isn't round. So
I lent her a webcam once.
Yeah, she never paid you for it. You've talked about that quite a bit. It seems like she's still holding the grudge over that camera.
No, I was honored to give that woman a webcam.
Because you thought the dinosaurs were walking around 4,500 years ago too, right?
Dinosaurs. This guy believes in dinosaurs. But anyways, what was I going to say? Forgot it. Wendy Williams. Lost it again.
I have too many social obligations.
Don't we all?
And I don't want to sound like, I don't know, Regina Georgie or anything like that. Like, oh, I have too many friends. But it's just, I'm exhausted.
Wait till that one day, Dylan, where the phone stops ringing.
I know. And
no one wants you to go anywhere.
I don't want that. But I do want to just be left alone for a while. Mm-hmm. I don't want people to resent me for saying no to things. I don't want people to feel slighted because I haven't seen them in a while. I don't want people to say, it's rude what you're doing, stopping by my house unannounced. I don't like that. You know, I don't want people. I'm exhausted.
You know what you used to do when you and I were still getting to know each other, but you wanted to be polite, I think, because we were working with each other and starting to be friends?
Yeah.
Is you'd show up to like a fight night or something?
Yeah.
But you do the what do you call it?
Irish goodbye? Not
an Irish goodbye. You'd walk in. I go like, "Hey, Dilly's here." Oh, I'm gonna toss a couple back with Dilly, get drunk, and you'd immediately say, "Hey, I'm just stopping in."
Right.
And then you drop something off like a cake or something like that, or a sixer.
Yeah.
And then you just walk out the door and you'd leave.
Yeah, I probably had to go to something.
Yeah, you probably did. Too many obligations.
And I just want to sit at home and be fatso and just watch Severance, you know. Mm-hmm. But, you can't. This person just had a kid. You got to see the kid.
You don't.
You do, though, because...
See, this is my...
You've already canceled on these people twice, and they just had a kid, so you got to
tell them your mother died.
Well, then that's karmically fucked. She'll die tomorrow.
Or say no, get that third strike, and then your problem is solved. I think you're living in a gilded cage that you don't want to escape, Dylan.
You think that's it?
I do. I think you love these invites, and people
Maybe
love that.
It.
Like the Dylan loves like, oh, we got Dylan to come here, and then he goes and has a great time. He loves it. He's a social person. He can hold court if it's his group.
Yeah,
he'll hold court with the best of them.
Yeah. No, I don't want it anymore.
Dylan, you know what? I'm busy. I have obligations, but not what do you call your kind of obligations? Like mine are more work orientated. Like I gotta hang out with the family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yours are more like going out having a good time. No one invites my wife and I anywhere. Anywhere. You guys, when you
don't fucking want to go anywhere.
I'll go.
No, you won't.
The truth.
I said to you and a coworker, "Why don't you guys come out to Silver Lake?" And you said, "Silver Lake? What the fuck is out there?" I don't know. Everything. Well, yeah. Every time it's Pat's like, you want to come hang out? You want to go to Laurel Tavern, have some charcuterie? No, it's just like we've been there 750 fucking times. But this Friday was a perfect example. We had an obligation. I didn't want to go to that. I just wanted to go home and edit a podcast and fall asleep.
But we had a friend that needed us, Dylan.
We had a friend that needed us, and that's the problem. Too many people need me, and I don't want it anymore. But I think what you're saying is true, and I think that what you're saying is true. I think I get a kink off of it a little bit. I think I'm a narcissist, and I love to be loved, and when that dries up, I will spiral into a deep, deep depression, and maybe I can finally get some work done. This is another podcast show. It's a show where we gab and goof about really whatever is at top of mind. I'm Dylan, settled up next to one real Nicholas Davis.
What's going on, everybody?
Pat, producer of the podcast, over there behind my glasses.
Hey, everybody. Hey, if you don't mind, one thing, I do want to be invited to things. You know, I'm a social butterfly. I like to go hang out and stuff.
I'm really excited to hear what you're invited to and what the story is about. But I think, especially on this free episode, we're missing a valuable opportunity to give some PSAs to people. We are building this another podcast show audience, and some of them may not know that we're covering the Ultimated Season 1 hosted by Vanessa, Nick Lachey, obviously, at patreon.com/another podcast network. And some of them may not know if they sign up, they'll get our entire Patreon library that includes Below Deck Sailing Yacht Season 1 and 2, Love is Blind Season 1 and 2, Flavor of Love Season 16 of The Bachelor.
There is so much
the
content.
aforementioned The Ultimatum.
And
it's
you can say whatever you want to us there, and we don't care because you're paying us.
I will sometimes flare up and then look that you've prepaid for a year, and then delete my comment and be a lot nicer to you.
Right.
If you're paying monthly, I'll lose your $5. But if I see you've paid upfront last month, and I'm gonna have to refund the whole thing.
No, we don't care. You can say whatever you want to us there. But Pat, what are you fucking talking about?
Okay, well, normally my wife and I don't get invited anywhere with any of our friends. We think people don't actually like us as much as we think they do.
Yeah.
Because we'll be watching.
People like you, Pat.
You think? Oh.
Yeah, people love you.
Oh.
But sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. So I'll be looking on Instagram and some people that
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Was that too far?
No.
Thank you for asking.
It's so interesting because, like, your wife is a witch, right? But my wife is a witch, but she loves being called a witch. So that was probably too far. Your wife is terrifying, right? You're scared of her.
Yeah.
I'm scared of her. Nick's scared of her.
I'm not, but I should be. I've only had great times when I've hung out with your wife. We've had good times.
But she hates
I
you.
just know she has a really well-rounded picture of kind of the immature drunk that I am.
Right.
So there's a lot of shit talking when I'm not there. And I just
of
have
course.
To,
She's asked Pat about you. Why do you see him? Why do you spend time with him at all?
Yeah, but so I just have to accept that, and then I've now gotten to a place where I don't choose to put myself through that kind of cuckolding abuse
Right.
and hang out with her and be nice to her. Even though, again, we have a great time together.
Yeah. That's none of that is true.
Okay.
Cherie likes both of you. She is a little too judgy, and maybe people pick up on that, honestly.
Right.
But when you get her out and you get a couple,
No,
in
she
her,
has a fun time.
She's a fun time. She's
Me and
very
her
funny.
were having a blast in Vegas, babysitting your ass on fucking shrooms and Adderall. You just kept taking everything. It was insane.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she got drunk eventually too. I had to take care of her, you know.
Yeah.
So, what I was gonna say is we never get invited anybody, and I'll be looking
Give me
on
another
Instagram.
one.
I'll be looking at Instagram and I'll see some friends that we hang out with, and I'm like, well, there's a group of them. I guess they all ended up some winery somewhere. I guess I missed that text.
Right.
That invite.
Now, what do you do in that situation?
I get jealous. And then I won't like the photo. You take that.
Right. But that ends your vengeance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we end up doing a lot of parties here. You know, now my fucking backyard's all ripped up, so I won't be throwing a party for the next 3 or 4
Can I tell you,
months.
I was talking to Nick about this. There are things in your life that are deterrents, and they can range from menial to massive, you know? But even menial deterrents are enough for me to not do something and to just put it off. Example, returning clothes. I don't want to go to UPS. I don't want to go to the post office. I don't want to go back to that store.
Time value of money. I mean, that actually can be logical depending on how much the garment was.
What's your time worth?
The state of your backyard is just horrific. I mean, everything is ripped to shreds. There's rebar sticking out of the ground. The entire back of your house looks like it was,
Earthquake.
Well, no. Who's the Unabomber? Ted Kaczynski?
Yeah.
Looks like Ted Kaczynski got done with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you trying to quote Goodwill Hunting? Because he yells at the bartender, "Who's Ted Kaczynski?" He says Unabomber, not the way you did it.
No, but I did have a fire tweet one time where Google lists Ted Kaczynski as a mathematician before a domestic terrorist. But anyways, I'm very, very proud that you guys pulled the trigger on this because it is, I would imagine, a headache.
That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I got woken up to mariachi music blaring at 7:10 this morning.
Right.
About 8 feet from my headboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they realize people are still sleeping in this house when they show up here.
Yeah,
to
of
work.
course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways,
I'm sorry they're going to be in the heat all day. They want to kind of start their morning with some good vibes of their fucking family members' CD mixtape.
Yeah.
That was
So,
racist.
all right, where the hell was I? So no one invites us anywhere. So we throw parties here, but we're not gonna be able to do that because I ripped my fucking house apart for the next 4 months.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You could have a ditch party.
But one party I don't want to be invited to. And I always, when that invitation presents itself in the mail and I crack it open, or a friend says, hey, Pat, what's you and Cherie's address? I always know it's coming.
A wedding.
It's going to be a wedding.
Yep.
A wedding. A wedding.
Now, there are degrees of weddings.
That's right.
There are some you want to go to, because weddings can be a lot of fun. But bad weddings are, I mean, content galore. There's just nothing good about them.
Oh, the old look. All right, don't get me wrong. They can be entertaining. It's like the things that I totally don't want to go to the whole time. What's the word for you really just don't want to
Dread.
I dread.
Yeah.
But then I'm there and I get a couple pops in me and then I start having a good time.
You told me the best part about my wedding was that it was 5 minutes from your house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, you shut the bar down at 9:30. I don't know why you did that.
Well, that's just not true.
Yes, you did.
Nope.
And but
Yeah, we got the place so that people could drink all night. It literally did not close. The entire people slept there.
No, I know. But as far as the party, it ended at 9:30. I was having a good time.
But they just went to a more intimate setting within the walls of the Houdini mansion. Which you and I attempted to go in there and mingle, and we're like, these just are, they know each other too well, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, a couple times I busted in, cracked some jokes, but they didn't want to hang out with me.
Yeah, no,
You
people
felt
were
that.
doing coke in the bathroom.
I didn't
You
feel
guys-
that at all, Nikki. I was having a great time.
I'm just trying to remember the type of situation, but well, then I tricked you because the party was still going then.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
all right. So hold on. Dylan, you did a good
Meddling
job.
kids.
Actually, I do like. It was first off, it was beautiful. It was the right time of year. It wasn't in the sweltering heat of the San Fernando Valley.
It was the day
fucking
after
July.
Earth Day. Yeah.
It was perfect weather.
Yeah.
Perfect buffet style food. I didn't have to wait and be relegated to a table where I'm sitting with a fucking photographer and I got cold mashed potatoes because I'm the 18th table to be served food because I'm the least like guest there. Right. It was none of that. And then also it did help. It was 5 minutes from my house.
Right.
And it was at the Houdini mansion. So I got to see that property.
Right.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Now, there are other weddings, like the one I just went to,
Yeah.
which would you call a Palm Springs wedding a destination wedding? It is 2
No,
hours.
it's just a wedding that's too far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I love this couple. I consider them dear friends. They shall remain nameless.
Right.
But when you throw a wedding in the Coachella Valley in April, the same month that will host Coachella and Stagecoach the week after that, the hotel prices go up. Now, because people are going to be doing some drinking till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, you're going to need to get a hotel room there.
That's the mark of a too far wedding.
Would you like to guess what the average hotel price was for this particular wedding?
$375.
Oh, I wish. Nick?
Oh, wow.
$700. $700.
But it's a multiple night stay.
One night. Because they did it on a Friday.
Did you not do your research or something?
Shree is a researching, trying to save a buck.
That
savant.
was the sweet spot, comfortability, niceties, and $700.
$700. And then I'm not going to name the wedding gift for the price that I did there. Dylan, you said that's pretty generous.
Name it.
$500.
$500 for a wedding gift.
So
that is way too much.
Once I hit my goals, that's what I pay for.
but then hold on. Now I got to pay for a nanny. Because not only are we leaving,
Yep.
So that's $75 out the window.
Right.
No, I kid.
$4.
He's very generous.
Yeah.
the wedding between getting
You ever heard
drinks.
of Blockbuster? This will get you everything in that store.
You like coffee?
All
Cafe?
in. Think about this. For this 1 day excursion, one night, 1 day, you come back the next morning because you want to save money on the nanny.
Yeah.
$1,500. Now, think about it. $1,500 is what I paid I brought my wife and I on a trip to Europe. It was a little bit more per person than that, but it was 5 days, 5 nights, plane tickets, rundown hotels, but I got to see Europe for like $1,700 a person. And it was a number of years ago. It was when I first met my wife. But now I'm paying $1,500 for one night. And then and it's the one thing that I don't like a lot with socializing is making small talk with people you've never met and you will never see again. Now, some people might get into that, but I'm not a fan of that. Nikki, if you and Dylan were at this wedding, we probably would have had a jolly all time.
You seem to do that all the time.
I do it, and I do a really good job of it, but it was fucking 105 degrees.
It depends on who you hit. It's kind of a roulette wheel. That's why you don't like to do it. You may find someone interesting, or you may find these dullards you were talking to.
Okay, so a couple things. PSAs for everybody out there throwing a wedding. Do not throw it when it is hot. Don't throw it when it's hot out. Just don't have the weddings in August.
I had a lovely time, by the way.
Hey, how about a church, you fucking pagans?
Yeah, how about throw it at church? So
AC,
that everybody
always.
can sit through that fucking 2-hour slog.
I
the
haven't
fucking
been-
Stations of the Cross.
I
all
haven't
that
been
shit.
to a church wedding in 15 years. Every wedding I've gone to is now outside officiated by someone that got their
right
by the internet.
Yeah, the buddy with the tattoo on his neck. No, I kid about religious weddings. The Catholic weddings are longer.
They're an hour.
I know Catholics and they'll go to church every Sunday, but besides that, it's like name only.
Right.
They'll have a 15-minute service. They'll do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes it can be a death knell. I'm just in a different opposite boat of you because I've chasing my dreams off in the faraway land of Los Angeles. I've missed more weddings than I could count. Because
All your buddies back home.
Yeah, because I was unable to afford that amount that you just said, or any amount to buy a plane
Sure,
ticket.
yeah.
So I've missed so many, and there's nothing I love more than getting that "What's your address?" text.
Right.
At this day and age.
Quick note: I actually had a friendship almost end because he got married in 2006 when I was broke as a joke, and it was a destination wedding. It was in the Bahamas, and my mom and his mom knew each other forever. I'd known this kid since we were babies. And there was a real issue that I was not going to this wedding, but it was like, I think it was $1,400 to go for like 4 nights with the plane ticket. And they were going to do this. I'm like, I can't afford to take off work that long. And I don't have that money. I'm not going. And his mother was pissed. Yeah. And he didn't talk to me for 10 years. We finally rekindled our friendship when he showed up at my 40th birthday party.
What a bigger man. That was actually him sticking it to you. He's like, I'll show up for him.
Get this. He walked up to me and he goes, "You don't know who I am?" I go, "No." And he goes, "I know, I got fat." And I was like, Jesus Christ, it was my buddy Brett. He'd put on like 300 pounds. I'm like, I'm not getting married. Look what it did to you.
Oh, it was Brett?
Brett, yeah.
Wow. He didn't speak to you for a decade for not going to his bogus wedding in the Bahamas?
Wait, is Brett the hilarious fast-talking one that has been here for a fight?
No, he's really fat. He runs P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's.
No.
Holds more meaning to me than you would know. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, but because I didn't go to his stupid wedding that cost a fortune, he got divorced. So I made the right choice.
When you saw him, had he been divorced?
Breaking up.
Breaking her.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, water under the bridge, man. She's a bitch.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, marriage can really put the weight on you. Yeah.
Big time.
You gotta fight that off, though. But do you feel...
That's why they call it the old ball and chain.
Do you feel like you are grateful that you don't have a network of, like, as many friends as you have back home? Because if you had that here, you're too busy, he's too busy, we're all too busy, you would be saying no to a lot of people. And you can't just say no. It doesn't just go away. Then that's a demerit. And if the demerits start stacking up, you got to do damage control.
Or the phone stops ringing.
The phone stops ringing, but then you have to reach out. You go, hey, the phone stopped ringing. I know friends that they use that as a test. They'll go, okay, you've bailed on me 3 times. Let's see how long it takes you to call me to set up a plan. And my God, if you take too long, it'll be a problem.
Interesting hypothetical because it's hard to like just completely switch like what everything I know, like would I go, would I say no? I think I'd say no. I say no to things like
to me all the time. Hey Nikki, you want to go to the Hollywood Bowl? Hey Nikki,
is it Saturday from 3 to 10? Then there's fights on.
Yeah.
No.
Now when are we going to stage an intervention for you? Because you really have a...
I'll go places if they have good Wi-Fi.
Is it called a disease?
Yeah. What kind of disease is this?
Yeah, it's a disease. How anyone could watch the amount of people beating the fuck out of each other every week that you do is, I think it's a little bit problematic. And Dr. Drew would define addiction as something that's impacting your social and professional life. And I think that you might be addicted to MMA.
But see, it's
and then couple the gambling with it. I mean, you're fucking 40,000 in the hole. I mean, this is a problem.
I'd say it's probably more like 8 over 2 years, which isn't that bad. And also, the gambling thing, I think, is something I kind of check myself. I'll watch cards and I'm like, I'm not gambling on this one, and I do it, and so we're good there. The fighting is a decision. Everybody has their hobbies. This is what I like.
So is sparking up a bowl of crack. That's a decision.
I'm going to get more and more informed on it, and it's a very growing sport. I'm going to work around or in MMA.
You plan on
some
monetizing.
fashion. I know
it. Right.
My philosophy has always been just go near the things I like, know a lot about them. It's worked out so far.
Yeah.
I watch fights on Saturday.
It's addict speak. You know? People have often gone towards the things they like. Heroin, MMA.
Hey, tell me more about wine, Dylan. Oh, wine.
All right. Well,
It's the sweet science.
I will tell you about food. Food is dying. I've mentioned it many, many times before, and this will be really quickly. But I
will say there are Wednesday and Friday cards this week, which is interesting. I'm going to be in Denver trying to get my grandma to her sister's who has Alzheimer's. But how am I going to see this PFL card?
And PFL is what?
The Professional Fighters League. It used to be WWSOF. It's actually where Justin Gaethje came from, but then they rebranded and they tried to position themselves like the NFL, the NBA. But they just had a huge scandal where they had a tape delay broadcast and they pretended like it was live and they were giving out betting suggestions. And it's pretty interesting in the MMA betting world right now.
Yeah, so I think that we've arrived at Nick has a major, major issue here. So, speaking of the world of culinary things, wine, food, food is experiencing a bit of a drought right now. We've lost many of our muses in this world. Anthony Bourdain is no longer with us.
He only means in an artistic sense, because I will say there's less hunger and starvation than any time in our history.
Oh, yeah, no, and restaurants are opening back up. There's a lot of really, really good food out there. People have a bigger appetite for the Michelin Guide than ever before. Things are going well, but you know me, I like to dwell on the negative. Now, I say our muses are dead because there are a lot of very, very important culinary personalities that get people into food. They educate people in the culinary arts, and you don't even know you're being educated on it. Obviously, we had Anthony Bourdain, who perished after realizing that putting so much stock in Asia Argento left him broke and almost hypocritical. And, what can you do after that aside from hang yourself? I mean, a lot. But, we've also got Action Bronson, who is, a walk, chat with Eric Repair, maybe go over to Buddhism, help yourself.
Action Bronson's dead too?
Action Bronson is not dead, but he is off of Vice and said that he was going to do some type of personal YouTube channel where he went around and did things. That has not panned out, so our muses are not with us any longer.
Are you telling me he's not doing things?
No, he is not.
In Action Bronson?
No. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
In Action Bronson. And in their stead has popped up a lot of content creators.
Wannabes?
I don't even know if wannabe is the right word. I've mentioned this many, many times, and I don't think that we have been able to really explore the dearth of food content that is out there now. Now, one of my least, and the reason why there is this kind of apocalyptic nuclear fallout landscape of food content is because of TikTok. TikTok has created these short form bullshit snippets of things that are not long enough to really explore anything. But because people are so dumb because of the Chinese malware, there is this type of food content that is perfect for the lobotomized morons who are doom scrolling on TikTok.
Doom scrolling.
Case in point, my least favorite food content creator in the world, Lisa Wynn. Now,
we watched her one time, right?
Yeah.
Did we watch her one time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's been growing more and more and bigger than ever. I mean, this woman has 3.2 million subscribers.
I would even call it 3.3 because I round up on 5.
3.3 million subscribers. And what is the kind of stuff that she's putting out that people have such an appetite for? This.
How many spring rolls can you eat in one sitting? I can't really give a straight answer on this one for a couple of reasons. One, it depends on the size of the spring roll. I think it's safe to say every spring roll is a different size depending on the fillings.
I don't like
Two,
the emphasis
how much
on roll.
protein is in the roll. One may have more than another, which would make it more filling, but if I did have to answer this one, and they were my regular spring rolls with noodles, lettuce, greens, beef, and shrimp, I'd have to say I could eat about 5 to 6. But if I was really trying and was hungry, maybe up to 8.
Angelisa, when we're done, can we race each other?
Sure. You said you're 50,000 degrees fast?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Is there an answer? How many spring rolls was? I guess she answered the question. It depends on.
That was sensory nonsense. What I just witnessed. None of that fit. None of that is what she was talking about. I'm gonna put my fucking fist through it.
Is that not unbelievably infuriating?
They're keeping me hooked with confusion.
So that was her just kind of at, sampling macaroons and barbecue and answering a comment. How many spring rolls can you eat? Now, she spoke for 30 seconds, then kicked to her dumb niece, who thinks that people's speed are measured in tens of thousands of degrees. But we've got one more. Her best buddy. Yeah, what's up?
I couldn't remember the name of macaroons.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, she didn't tell you what they were. I did.
I know, but I knew what they were. You reminded me, but I was like, do I have the wrong idea of what spring rolls are?
No.
I thought macaroons were spring rolls.
No. This is the kind of confusion that she's laying waste.
Bitches hack TikTok. I want to try to hack TikTok.
I know, and she's done it successfully, and so has her best buddy, Janelle Eats. Take a listen to this.
I guess I eat my bagels and toast kind of funny. This viewer asked why I spread things
At
on
least it's a
bread
bagel
little
and
by
toast.
little instead of spreading it onto the whole piece. I used to do that, but one day I saw another girl put just enough cream cheese on her bagel for a bite. She ate it and then she added more for the next bite. I thought that was strange too, so I tried it and I haven't turned back since. I like it because I can customize however much of the spread I want on my bread with each bite. And it keeps my toasted bread or bagel crunchy as I eat through it. If I put the spread on the whole thing, it gets soggy faster. That's also why I add milk before cereal. Okay, I can't be the only one. Who else eats it this way too?
That has 1.5 million views.
If this was my house, I'd flip over the fucking coffee table comedically.
There's people doing this,
It'd ruin the record.
and then there's people finding ways to get groups of regular citizens in space. What do you think is more productive use of someone's time?
Definitely
little bit
this.
neither,
Definitely this. But I can't.
Point taken. There's people working on worthwhile endeavors.
Now, the last kind of food content creator that I was going to say, I don't wish death on anybody except for evil corporatists and their political weapons. But this is a different kind of food content creator that I wish would just go the fuck away. And that is the kind of food content creator that makes inedible foods. We've spoken of stunt foods often, STK kind of fireworks and Wagyu and stuff like that. Now, there's that kind of stunt food. And then there's this kind of stunt food from Salito's family. Satillo's family. This man is one of the most annoying human beings I've ever seen in my entire life. And this is the kind of food that he makes. Okay, so Pat, why don't you narrate this?
All right, well, what's on the
No,
bottom?
Nick, why don't you narrate this? Because this is your kind of food.
Okay.
All right? And we
sorry.
will begin now.
He's dumping fries on some type of 2-bun length hot dog. They're pretzel buns. Now he's smothering it with some sort of delicious looking sauce. What is this? This is some type
Pulled
of
Shredded
pork.
chicken.
pulled.
Oh,
Yeah,
pulled,
pulled. Yeah, I was gonna say some barbacoa. More dogs, which I'm always a fan of. This
Yep.
guy is some type of
Oh.
savant. And there's more pulled pork on top of it. I feel like that actually was a misstep. And now we got some crunch to cure
Nacho
your
chips.
anxiety. Some ketchup, and now some cheese that looks like it's whatever. What was Stretch Armstrong was made out of?
Okay. So
Nailed that.
He now drapes the Stretch Armstrong cheese across the top, and you couldn't eat this
It's called
before.
Stretch Armstrees.
You
here
couldn't
we
eat
go.
any of this before.
Oh, he does
put,
a little.
yeah,
Sorry.
salt baked corn on top.
come
but
on.
there's more. There's ham. Oh, that's right. Uncooked raw
Pastrami?
bacon. No,
Oh, that's
no,
bacon?
it's bacon. And so you'll see that this is the kind of food that Satya's family makes all the time. And he's got 330,000 followers on Instagram. I mean, you look at the food content coming out in this world and you just think to yourself, why does anyone have these apps on their phone? This isn't good for anybody. Why is this guy allowed to be wide-eyed making a living off of making this horse shit that no one can consume ever?
The ability to reach millions, billions even, on a whim from your phone is a gift to society. The unfortunate part is idiots like this have been the ones to hack it, who show it to millions. There needs to be some savant, some outliers type person like the Beatles in Liverpool who performed 7 hours a night, 7 nights a week, who then became the greatest band in the world. Someone who has the knack for food that you do, who also has hacked the algorithms to actually teach people and give value rather than poison us.
Nick, Dylan, you're not going to like this. All right. I don't like this guy either. And I don't like, it seems like a big waste of food. But, as we were talking in the episode, I'm a social person, unless you want to invite me to a wedding that's 2 hours away and it's going to cost a lot of money. I could see a world where this guy could make some money and I could enjoy myself and seem like I'm the big honcho of all my friends. I invite him over for a special dinner.
Right.
Everyone's got their cameras out, obviously. I did a crab boil during the pandemic when I invited a bunch of friends over, had a guy be cooking like crawfish and corn and
And
potatoes.
crawfish, for those who don't know, are freshwater bugs that you suck the tail meat out of, and there is no way to clean their shit string out. You just have to eat that
You just
shit.
chew it
I
and
don't
swallow
think,
it. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that don't know how to eat it. There's no one that doesn't know what it is.
Yeah. I invite this guy over. He charges me $600. 12 of my closest friends come over. I got some wine outside. He makes one of these monstrosities, crimes against food humanity.
Yep.
And everyone fucking loves it and eats it up because they want uncooked bacon with what kind of cheese was that?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just a ton of melted American cheese. I mean, this man is dangerous. Very, very fucking dangerous. Yeah, one of his other custom things that he goes back to a lot is filling up a cake tin with tons of tater tots and barely cooked hot dogs and French fries, and then just dousing it with Thousand Island and shoving his fucking fat face in it. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I just don't know what's going on.
The pandemic was trying to get us all right. The pandemic saw that this was happening. The planet somehow always figures out that there'll be just a couple more guys on the planet than women. And there's like 7 billion of us here.
Right.
How does the planet figure that math out, that there needs to be an equal number of people? Well, the planet saw this guy.
Yeah.
And they said, you know what I need to do? I need to kill a bunch of you people
Yeah.
to make you realize
Yeah.
that there's more important things.
Oh, you're saying Mother Gaia is behind all
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah.
Got it.
But then the pandemic happened, and now, just like I guess like a weed in your backyard, it's just popping back up again on TikTok.
Yep.
And it's here, and I'm terrified what Guy is going to do next.
Satya's family. Check out this. He's about to eat this. Watch this. It's a cake tin filled with lettuce and French fries at Thousand Island. Oh look, he's gonna eat it now. How would you eat it? Oh yeah, you have to slam your fucking fat face into it.
I can tell.
God, this fucking guy.
I can tell
You're
you.
watching it though. You're helping him.
Worst case scenario, I can tell you what's going to happen. What Mother Gaia is going to do, Pat. What any body does when they have a cancer in them, they die if they can't get rid of it. The pandemic was a nice purge. It got rid of the idiots and it kept the strong, the powerhouses of the cell, us, the mitochondria.
I don't think it
This
got rid of
guy's
the
still
idiots.
here.
I think a lot of people lost family members. They probably weren't idiots, but we're just joking.
But there's a higher percentage of idiots than non-idiots, so it did a good job. Any amount of people it took would then be
a boon.
A boon for society. We're
Yeah.
running out of resources. It knows that. It's
Well,
trying-
that is a racist myth that you don't know that you're participating in because you don't know the hate in your heart, idiot.
You didn't. Lots of white idiots. Lots of white idiots.
All right, we got.
The point is, I was trying to say, we're the mitochondria of the
Yes,
cell.
yes.
A good content creators.
Sure.
We have survived. We have to continue to do what we do. Some other guy does not smite us.
Hey, let's talk about that dead guy Godfried.
So we have to say goodbye to a dearly departed comedian, I think, tonight.
Oh, Gilbert Godfried.
Yeah.
He's been dead a week.
Should we play taps?
Yeah, do you want to play taps?
I don't have it on my phone ready.
He does mean a lot to another podcast network because we've often argued whether villain or characters, sidekicks of main characters in some of the reality TV shows we cover, whether or not they are Abu or Iago.
Iago.
Of course, voiced by
Gilbert Godfried.
Even the animated series.
Yep.
That man needed money.
Okay. Now,
Love it.
So can I talk about Gilbert Godfried and what I brought? Talk to you guys about a big pet peeve of mine that's becoming more and more common.
Yeah, you
And
want to
dare I say-
memorialize Gilbert Godfried, right?
No, I don't at all.
Oh.
What I want to do is I want to talk about why the fuck people think it's cool or normal when you are scrolling on your feed and you're seeing, oh, that guy's dead.
Right.
Oh, Gilbert Godfrey's dead.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I got a picture of me. I saw him in St. Louis at the whatever theater in the meet and greet, and I got a picture of him, and now I got to post a picture of me with a dead guy right now.
Now, you voiced the same frustration with Taylor Hawkins, who
Yes.
had a rap sheet of a toxicology report that would have made Carrie Fisher look like a preschooler.
Princess Leia
Right.
would have laughed at him. I'm sorry.
No, he would have laughed at her.
He would have laughed at her.
He said, hold my beer, because I have to shoot heroin right now. Go to bed, kids.
Okay, I follow Patton Oswalt. Do you know who the first person in my feed to post a picture? So I'm looking at my news feed and it says comedian Gilbert Godfried died, and it was one of those like little bait things, like want to know what he died of,
Right.
right? Like
Which, of course,
it was-
you have to click on.
of course, and it said nothing because it was a bunch of like medical terms that I didn't know.
COVID.
No,
It's over. Just kidding.
I don't know what it was, but
Mask Band-Aid.
this big fat idiot had to post this picture with Gilbert
Oh, yeah.
the same day.
Yeah.
Does he have a
Hey,
faux hawk?
hey, how about my picture with your wife that you killed, Patton? When I hear that she died, I'll post a picture with her.
Do you remember when I asked you guys about getting E&O insurance just in case we got sued? What if Patton hears this and is like, has this guy been claiming that I killed my wife for years?
We weren't saying we're
Does
not going to
anybody have any letterhead?
First off, you're
we're-
a public figure, you fat murderer, and I am a public figure too. We can talk shit about each other, and you can't do jack about it, buddy.
And also,
You killed your wife.
we were never saying that there's not a chance we're going to get sued. We're going to get sued. We just don't think that insurance would help.
Right. We don't
Important
need that.
distinction.
Yeah.
We're getting sued.
All right,
Right.
so I want to make this a thing because it's not a thing yet. Guys, the next celebrity that dies, look in your feed and let's start making fun of people for posting pictures of them with the.
Now, what's
sense-
a good thing to say?
We got to find
like,
a hashtag. How about too soon, idiot? Like,
hashtag hope you die too.
nah, that's a little too mean.
Is that too mean?
It's a little too mean.
On the Adam Carolla show, I actually love this. It's
Yo,
kinda-
your old boss.
It's kind of like a.
You got fired.
Yeah, I blacked out. Threatened a coworker. He had a broken ankle. He was a prick. He worked at the mechanic shop. Thought he was better than me
Smashed a
'cause he
couple
worked with
plates
sands.
over an
Understood.
11-year-old's head.
That's not true. I don't think.
Well, you blacked out. You can't remember.
So, he still likes me.
He's fine. Oh, you were saying?
But
Yeah,
I
they
didn't smash
patched him up
plates
pretty
over
good.
the child's head. Did
No,
I?
you didn't do that.
Couple sutures, and he was right back out on his feet.
Shit, what was
This is
I
a
talking
great
about?
bit. What are we going to call a hashtag? You like it because you work for Adam Carolla.
What was I? Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
No. I love the submissions, and then let's like roast these people who commit this transgression. But sometimes it's dicey waters to make fun of kind of civilians who. So maybe only people who have a blue check mark
Sure.
who do this. The reason I brought up the Adam Carolla show, he does sport ball. People who act like they don't care about the Super Bowl. They're like, oh, is there a game on today? And people send them in. They make fun of those people, but only if they have a blue check mark. So they're in the pub. They're also public figures, and then we don't get sued,
right?
Because we didn't get the E&O shirts
Brilliant,
Dylan recommended.
Yeah.
Let me remind the audience of one of the more egregious crimes that happened when Taylor Hawkins died. In my feed, I follow famous Fox News morning host Jillian Barberie, who never met Taylor Hawkins, but she was good friends with Dave.
Wait, what does that mean? She's in your feed?
She's my I follow her. We're friends on Instagram.
You're friends with Jillian Barberie on Instagram?
Yeah.
Is that old Jersey rat who has too much...
Jillian Barberie?
Jillian Barberie.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead. I'm going to look her up.
Oh, okay. So she did a post where, of course, it was an hour after CNN announced he was dead. And she's like, she does does a eulogy about him and says, never knew the guy.
That's funny.
So, you know.
Oh, yeah, no. Jillian Barberie is not who I thought.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's Jillian Barberie. So it's better than Wendy Williams, though, who will give a eulogy and then quickly start lamenting that there's nothing on AMC to watch anymore.
Well,
is that what she's doing now?
I mean, Wendy Williams is out of her mind. We haven't done enough to cover the insanity of that show. I mean, it's been done so many times, but there are so many incredible videos of Wendy Williams just having a complete fucking mental breakdown on stage. And people tune in each and every day.
I think they pulled her. They pulled her now. She's going to be replaced by Sherry Shepherd, the woman who thinks that the world planet Earth isn't round. So
I lent her a webcam once.
Yeah, she never paid you for it. You've talked about that quite a bit. It seems like you're still holding the grudge over that camera.
No, I was honored to give that woman a webcam.
Yeah,
help her out with her pandemic endeavors.
Yeah, because you thought the dinosaurs were walking around 4,500 years ago too, right?
I know the dinosaurs were walking around 4,500 years ago. Yes. Dinosaurs. This guy believes in dinosaurs. But anyways, what was I going to say? Forgot it. Wendy Williams. Lost it again. Never had it. Just kidding. All
right, that's it for us.
I was kind of just rolling with the laughs.
Oh no, you know what I want to do? Let's end with
I don't want to do it.
Jump in the iTunes.
It'll be funny. It'll be funnier if I do it next week.
Leave 5 stars. Come on, how could you not leave 5 stars? Join us on patreon.com where we've got the ultimatum, Love is Blind, all the contents that you could desire. Also, join us on YouTube. Great content over there. Actual work is put into it. The cameras are nice. We don't just walk around Kansas City saying that you thought sauerkraut and a hot dog was going to be too salty.
I mean, it was well shot. I will say that.
No, it wasn't.
You threw me off when I thought there was some joke. I thought those ladies were putting one over on me, and I was like, oh god.
No, they went to a restaurant with laminated menus and ordered the Fluffernutter and the Kansas City dog, and they made a cool $11,000 on that. Wow. Yeah, really good for them. You're holding up your phone like you got one final thing.
No.
Great. We'll see you guys next Sunday. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Nick, say goodbye. Pat, say goodbye.
Later, dudes.
Bye.
Gee, how do we not have 1 million listeners?